follow through with what we say we gonna do. Unless limbs break or heart break, or it's just really bad. Like if it's really bad, then we not gonna show up. If it really don't make no sense, we not gonna show up. But 99% of the time I'm in here, you already know. And today is already paid for, so we gonna be bumping some music. I got Follow Me by Alias right now. Because Happy Feet, Sweet, Savvy, and Smooth, I think that's her handle. Happy Feet, what's up? You hear what's playing, baby? Thank you for paying for this live. I was just talking about you. I was just saying Happy Feet paid for this live. So we in here. We gonna be bumping house music all night. It don't matter. What up, Vibrant Liz? I know it is, girl. I know it is. See, I got my handy dandy list that you gave me the other day. I got the ox. You know what I mean? What I don't have is like good news that I usually do, but I do have my laptop right here, so if it get too lax, we could jump into that. I do know where to find my Japanese phrases that I wanted to get into, but today's been a long day. I just haven't had time to like really get into that much of anything. I wanted to be more prepared, but time was a ticking. So I said, yo, I gotta do this. If I'm gonna do it for a good hour, that means it's 8:45. I can have my butt in the bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock, because I might have another long ass day tomorrow. Okay, Maryland, Mrs. Clayton, what's up? On the block. In the garden, I hope the music penetrates all the leaves in the soil. The birds and the bees get their head bopping. You all ready? Good news is you opened my eyes this morning. That is a fact. That is a super early, like 4:40 something. I was awake. Fortunately, because I was kind of in pain, my piriformis was tight. Yesterday, I was working on my book and I sat down for too long, and I didn't do no stretches before I went to bed, so I paid for it. From like 3:30 to 4, I was just like trying to sleep, and then at like 4:40 something, I was like, I'm gonna just get up, and I walked around for a little bit, tried to go lay back down because I was like, this is too early to be up running around thinking about what's going on. And I lay back down for like 10 minutes and got right back up and was like, fuck it, we out. Did some push-ups, did some sit-ups, did some stretches. Did my morning pages. Shout out to Julia Cameron for writing The Artist's Way and encouraging me to write my eyes out every morning. Yeah, stretching is really where it's at. Stretching is always where it's at. Even if you only got 5 minutes, do some floor work. Especially the hips, we be sitting down so much that it tightens up our hips and messes up our circulation. So definitely get on them stretches. Shout out to all 9 people who's in the house right now. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Feel free to hit that thumbs up. There's only 3 of us who did it so far. Go tap that. Faith, what's up? Opal Firefly, good to see you all. Community is here. Community is in the house. Thank those previous 9 people for 2 of you hit the thumbs up. We got 3 more visitors. What's up, y'all? Thank you for just tuning in. Shout out to Happy Feet for paying for this live. That way we can listen to music and jam out. We listen in the house all night tonight. Serena, what's up? Robbie, Yeah, all my loved ones is here today. It's gonna be a good one. I have a supernatural event that happened to me today that I want to share with y'all. You want to know what it is? And I'm happy a good number of y'all was in here for the last one, so you're gonna really feel this. Takes a peek inside the door. Hola, picking pennies. What's up? ¿Cómo estás ustedes? Ya tú sabes. My knee. So, y'all ready to hear the supernatural thing that happened to me today? If you remember the last live, right? I encouraged everybody to go to a bookstore, go to a library, and just pick up a random book, open to a random page, and there will be a message there for you. Y'all remember when I said that last live, right? So today, I'm at my aunt's house, because she got to move, so I'm helping her clean and just take stuff out and put it in boxes and bins and garbage bags or whatever. And so her last task for me today was to take books off of her bookshelf and put them in a bag, because Goodwill is coming to get them on Wednesday. I said, no doubt, Auntie, I got you. So, me, I'm a what's it called, a bibliophile. Every book that I saw, she got so many gems. It's 40 years worth of books. And my aunt is very intelligent, very smart lady. And so a lot of the books that she has was like, I'm gonna crack them open and see what they're talking about for at least a page. So I get to this book right here. Be the Light by Bill Halamandaris, right? Y'all see there's already a bookmark in the book. I didn't even notice the bookmark was in the book. I just picked it up. And usually when you find a book with a bookmark in it, it's gonna open right to the page with the bookmark in it. So I open to the page with the bookmark in it. Notice the butterflies. Notice the butterflies. Why are the butterflies important? Because in that same live, while I was encouraging everybody to go pick up random books and flip to random pages, in that same live, I had trouble remembering a phrase or an idiom or a saying about caterpillars and butterflies. Tap the heart button if you remember me having trouble remembering the phrase about the caterpillars and the butterflies or whatever. Tap the heart if you remember that. Okay, we got a couple people who remember that. Couple people who remember that. I'm gonna get to the magic in a minute. Just hold on. Let me get to Dion, because Dion just entered the chat. What's up, Dion? Hey, we here. I haven't moved in a long time, but I remember helping people move and needing help to move. Helping someone to move is a setup. I hope you got fed. Nah, Auntie be looking out. So, I'm not the type. If you family, you don't gotta do nothing. I'm just, cause I know what it's like to move. As you know, I never really got to live anywhere for quite a long time. So I definitely know what it's like to move, and when, Auntie's going through it right now. Auntie is the mom of the cousin of mine who just got sent up for 10 years. So she don't gotta ask me twice. You know what I mean? I'm there for Auntie. And so yeah, Happy Feet, Be the Light. I gotta look that book up. So far I haven't read any of it except the random page that I flipped to that had the bookmark with the butterflies. Samantha, what's up? Welcome. I'm talking about a supernatural event that happened to me today. So this is what happened. I flipped open to the book. I flipped open to the page, and right here at the very top, son. Yo, I'm telling you, the universe is crazy. Because in the last live, I couldn't remember what this book has written right here. When I tell you Auntie has like 50 books on this bookshelf, this is maybe like one of the first couple of books that I picked up. Probably the second one that I opened up. The quote is, "The mark of your ignorance is the depth of your belief in injustice and tragedy. What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly." Bam. When I like, like if I was sensitive to emotion, I probably would have cried right then and there. But when that happened to me, I was like, yeah, I already know. Master of the universe, fam. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. If y'all was in the last live, y'all saw all that happen. Me not remember what that very phrase was, what that quote was, and me telling y'all to go, you know what I mean? Flip open a random book. So, they say God is good, all the time. Let that be another proof to you. Because, like I promise you, I didn't go looking for that. It found me. And the title, I just peeped it. The title is Be the Light. What's the title of my book? What's the title of the book that I've been writing for the past couple of months? How the fuck to be. Yes, Faith. That was the exact thing I was thinking of. How crazy is that? And that's why I said, yo, something supernatural happened to me today, because that's supernatural right there. And if you paying attention, it's little things like that to let you know you right where you need to be. Right where God wants you to be. So shout out to the butterfly bookmark. The phrase is, what the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly. Come on, son. And I think in the last live, somebody was also talking, because I was talking about butterflies too. But we were talking about what butterflies symbolize. They symbolize metamorphosis. They symbolize the Ouroboros. They symbolize alchemy, So, everybody who's here right now, you right where you need to be. Trust it, because if you wasn't meant to be here, you would not. Yeah, Auntie gonna be okay. I have moved every struggle way imaginable in the 90s. If you know, you know. Yes, man. It's good, man. The world, life, as crazy as it gets, you gotta always have faith and trust and believe that you right where you need to be, even when it don't seem like it. Especially when it don't seem like it. Dion says, butterflies always equal protection for me and my ancestors have my back. That's a fact. Auntie gonna be good. So when I saw that, y'all know I couldn't wait to come to the live today. And it's an even day. So I said, the chat is gonna go crazy when they see that. Because that just don't be happening like that. It don't be happening like that. And I was talking about, I don't know if it was that one, but it might have been the one before that where I was talking about, I think it was that last one where I was talking about how crazy it is. I was thinking about my old restaurant that I used to work at. And later on that day, one of the homies from the restaurant hit me up. So, taking all that in stride, man. Faith said, Matt. Dion, whenever I have a super challenge or something really stressful, a butterfly shows up. Something really stressful, a butterfly shows up for me. I always feel like it's my grandmother giving me the superpowers. Hey, it's all facts in that. It's all facts. The ancestors got us. God got us. The powers that be. Yeah, man. Oh, what's that? 1999. Who did that? It just says M. Thank you, Dion. I appreciate that. Thank you, Faith, for really, really appreciating that, because I really wanted somebody to appreciate that. Like I said, I would have cried if I was a little bit more sensitive. But it's like, I feel like I just know. I just know. So like, I won't let it surprise me. I won't let synchronicity surprise me. Coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous, is what they say. Serena, I don't know if I said hello to you yet, but what's up? Oh, get the fuck out of here. 20. We already doing good. See, we got the music going. Thank y'all for paying for this live. Happy Feet paid for this one. Whoever M and I'm gonna find out who that is. Oh, it's Mrs. Clayton. Okay, what's up, Mrs. Clayton? Thank you for no. What happened? Thank you for coming through with that. That 1999 baby 3 9s. Let's do it. Let's go. Right here in the icebox. Right here in the icebox. That's where we at. Happy Feet said I start work back on Wednesday. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm actually excited to get back to work. I was off for most of the summer, but only had to go in a few times for almost 4 weeks, and that's it. Now back at it. Happy Feet, you said you teach or something? That's why you off for the summer? Oh, and you hit me with that dub. Okay, Happy Feet. She like, yo, as long as you show up with the house, I'll show up with the bag. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you, Mrs. Kroger. I knew it was only a matter of time. You know the party don't start till Mrs. Kroger into the building. As you can see, we got the house plan because Happy Feet paid for this one and the next one. So we doing good, y'all. We doing good. We doing good. Serena says, Matt, you should have people donate on Venmo or Cash App since you take yeah. You know, I just want to be grateful for what I get. I don't really want to dissuade people from doing whatever it is. But everybody, if you're listening, if you're watching this on a replay, another way to donate to show consideration, another way to show compassion, if you so feel inclined, is I got Venmo, I got Cash App. Is there any other ones? I think that's it. Zelle. If you want to Zelle me, you can Zelle me. But all of those links are always in my videos. If you just go watch any one of my other videos, not the lives I gotta catch up on right in the description and putting the links in the description. But if you go watch any of the vlogs, the links are always in the vlogs. If you feel called to do that, and I will definitely write it down and thank you on the next live or the next video in the credits. There will never be an act of kindness that does not go acknowledged. I'm not that type of a person. Mrs. Coger in the gym. Get it in, ma. Get that good sweat in. Make sure you stretch before and after as well. Don't end up like me with the piriformis all day long. Oh, Happy Feet, you drive school buses. That's what's up. That's what's up. I can see that. Thank you for doing that. Bus drivers, they don't get enough credit, man. I feel like they don't get enough credit. Does anybody have a crazy story about riding a bus to school or from school? I have a bunch of traumatic ass stories that happened to me. One was realizing that only the cool kids get to sit in the back of the bus. When I was in middle school, I was in 6th grade. 6th grade is the first grade in middle school. And one of my stops was like, maybe like the 3rd stop. And a bunch of 8th graders was with me. I'll never forget it. And they got on the bus before me and they all went to the back. So I'm going to the back too. I'm thinking like it makes logical sense. You fill up the back of the bus before the front of the bus, right? Nope. The 3 seats from the very back, they stopped me. They was like, no, you cannot sit back here. Like they really got at me. Like they really made me feel super bad about trying to sit in the back. And I was a little hurt by that. I don't know why people was hating on me in middle school the way they was hating on me, especially on my bus route. One time they threw my brand new leather boss jacket out the window while the bus was moving. I had to tell a bus driver to stop, and she told me that she couldn't. So I got off on a stop that wasn't mine to walk back and get my jacket. I was so mad, bro. I was so mad because I wasn't really like a fighter back then. So what I did was I came home and I was taking off my shoes because in my old my aunt Joni's house, she was like, yo, this is where I get it from. You can't come in my house with your shoes on. Very adamant about never coming in the house with shoes on. So I was taking my shoes off, and I just like softly, what I thought was softly, kicked the wall because I was upset. And I kind of just wanted her to ask me like, yo, what happened? What's wrong? But I ended up kicking a hole in like she had like a tile wall. And I kicked a hole in it, and I got grounded for like 3 months for that. So not only did I get my jacket thrown out the bus, out the window, I got grounded for like 3 months for doing that. It was a bad time, and that's why I still remember it all these years later. So I say all that to say, shout out to Happy Feet, not only for paying for this live and letting us listen to house music, but I'm sure you're the coolest bus driver. You probably got the hip hop playing or the radio station playing. I don't know. I always thought the bus drivers who put the music on the ride home were the best bus drivers. The bus drivers who didn't, I was like, they not the ones. Thank you, Serena. I actually just got out the shower. I just shaved. Like I said, Happy Feet paid for the music today. So what's there not to feel good about? I'm also very hungry. So whenever I'm hungry, I get like, you know? Summer Secrets says your lives are very uplifting. I play them while I'm at work. I can't express how joyful that makes me. I try to be uplifting all the time. Sometimes it's harder than most. Harder than others. Because life is lifing at the moment. And it's very easy to let things diminish the energy. But that said, I committed to doing lives every 2 days, maybe like 2 weeks ago, something like that. And these being here and having everybody come through, it's always good for me. And it's my hope and my wish, it's my goal to make that the same way for everybody. So when you see No Snero is live, you know, once you click in, it's gonna be lit. You know that your community is here. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. And it's a safe space. So whatever your suggestions are, know that they will be heard. Whatever your statements, whatever your ideas are, know that they will be heard, they will be read. And the purpose of all of us here is to uplift one another. I love the community that's been building. Like, we all slowly becoming family. Like, Happy Feet is a mainstay, Mrs. Colger is a mainstay, Miss Marilyn Clayton is a mainstay. She's always here. Faith is usually here for the most part when she can catch it. Yeah, Happy Feet, you know it. I felt like when I was in middle school, I had like 3 outfits that I wore every week. So I never understood why they was jealous. But they probably was jealous of that boss jacket. Cause my aunt spent like $250 on that jacket. It wasn't even a winter jacket. It was like a fall jacket. She was like, and my aunt Joan, she was not a big spender. Like I said, I only had like 3 outfits. And I wore each one alternate days, like, or I would switch the shirt and the pants up. On Joni was not about that spending, so I was surprised when she bought the boss jacket. And to have it get tossed out the window was a big violation. But you're right, they probably was jealous because that jacket was fly. I still remember it was black and white, had the boss insignia on the sleeve, it had the buttons on the wrist. It was fly. It was like a motorcycle jacket. Yeah, kids can be cruel. I got a bunch of other stories about the first time anybody ever pulled a knife on me. The only time anybody ever pulled a knife on me was on a school bus. And this was 3rd grade. Homie had the butterfly knife. And it was like one of my first days of school. I went to this school in the, no, this was my first day at Hempstead Elementary in Spring Valley, New York. For some reason, homie decided that I was the one that he wanted to show his butterfly knife to. And like he got mad close to my face with it and he was laughing. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget it. I sat in the back but didn't know I was a cool kid. I brought everyone with me to the back. Yes, Marilyn. Of course you were a cool kid. You still a cool kid. DW is in the building a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. Always gonna stay strong. You know, every time I catch myself being weak, I just tell myself, don't be no weak ass bitch. But being weak and being soft is two different things. I've been learning that in my latter years of life. And sometimes you just gotta feel the emotion. You gotta move with it. Just because I always say water is the softest thing on planet, but it carves rock. You heard? Faith, we are cousins. Believe it. Don't even second guess it. We cousins. Probably twice over. Living Simply, what's up? Super random, but what artists are you listening to at the moment? Music is such a healing component. Fam, I don't know, but if you're talking about this current song, this is Love and Happiness by River Ocean. And it also says that was a, come on, title. That was a Yamaya E. Ochun mix featuring India. So once again, that was come on, give me the name of the song, fam. This is like a Yoruba song, but by his Spanish people, Latin people, I should say. Love and Happiness by River Ocean, featuring India. That's what we was listening to for like the past 10 minutes. And I'm about to play it. Well, I'm not gonna play it again, but that's what we was watching. Now we about to listen to some new by Liddell Townsend. I haven't heard this in that long. Hi, Living Simply. Celeste Codes, 930. What's up? Good to see you again, ma. You say, we love you, Matt. I don't chat much, but I'm in the background most of the time, multitasking. Appreciate that. Thank you for just letting me know that you in the building, because I really like to know who's here. And if you don't do nothing but just check in and say what's up, that's what's up. Mrs. Ramos, what's up? Hi. Always good to see you. Definitely good to see you, Mrs. Ramos. I'll be watching your stories. Your stories always have me cracking up. Ashley Barrett, hey, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Happy feet. What you talking about? Oh, you talking to Mrs. Clayton. The kids on my bus who sits in the back are the ones that get into some trouble. They start doing some sneaky stuff. Facts. Because best believe, when I was in 8th grade and I got to sit in the back of the bus, oh, it was going down. It was going down. Especially that, you know how they got that one seat in the back, like most seats in the bus are like 2 or 3 seaters, but there's one seat in the back of the bus. I think it's supposed to be for like a monitor, but it only seats one. That was my seat the whole 8th grade year. Ooh, some good times back there. Like 8th grade is too early to be doing the things that I was doing in the back of the bus. But yeah, shout out to Brentwood and Bayshore, Suffolk County, Long Island. Very good times. Very, very memorable years of mine. I had a great set of friends. Oh, Happy Feet. She already know the song. Happy Feet. Thank you again for paying for the live today, letting us all jam out to some house. keeping the energy up. Nala says it looks like you guys moved. Nala, if I remember correctly, you also in one of the last lives, I'm not trying to single you out or nothing like that, but I feel like you gotta catch up, fam. You gotta catch up to my current circumstance. Cause you was talking about my lady in the last one. And you know, things have been moving and grooving. Matt, Faith asks Matt, do you miss your locks? I do not. Not one bit. I am sad that the hair has been thinning on the top. I am sad about that. But I'm not gonna let it get me down. You know what I mean? If anything, I go harder in the gym because of it. I'm like, oh, body wanna age, huh? You wanna get old out here, huh? Do extra push-ups. So yeah, I don't know how long the dude's gonna do. I might have to take it down to the pop. I might have to have the baldy in a year or two. But it's crazy that I say that because I think my dad is about to walk in. All gravy. We still gonna party because it's still early. I usually don't go to bed till like 9:30. And yeah. But anyway, since I never like typed in to any search engine like hair treatment, but I do find it weird that Instagram all of a sudden is like every day showing me like, oh, is your hair thinning? Buy this. And I'm like, yo, is my phone really reading my thoughts? Because almost every day I get like a hair rejuvenation ad through Instagram. So I say all that to say stem cells, if anybody's having issues with their hair thinning, stem cells I hear is the thing to do. I will be trying that when I have some bread. Because I don't want to lose my joints, son. Like, I want to grow out the curly. I think I'm about to grow out the curls. I might actually get my hair cut, though, in the next couple of days and redo it. Like, just keep, you know. Because at first, I was like, yo, it's because of my locks. Having locks for 14 years and having them twisted, like, every few months, once a quarter or something like that. Maybe they stressed the follicles out, so when I cut my hair, I noticed it. And I was like, that's whack. Getting old is trash. It's not trash, pause. I was about to say something crazy. It's not trash, but getting old is getting old. Things happen, your body changes. So, you know what I mean? I was like, what am I going to do? Am I just going to accept it for what it is? Or am I going to try to do something about it? So all I have to say, stem cells is the wave. I don't know why men is flying out to Turkey. I would never do that. I'm not spending 10 racks on. Let me open the door for my dad. Hold up. Oh, okay, you got it. You quick with it. Oh.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Hey.
Y'all got something good for me? What you got?
Yeah, chicken.
Chicken. Say what's up to the people. We live.
What up, people?
We live right now. Papa Duke's in the building. We got 21 thumbs up. And we got $39.99 on the wood.
Oh my God, he was just like Aura.
Yep. Can you bring that over here, Dad? So I can show the people?
Chris looked like he's scared as shit.
Yeah, he was scared. That's why. That's why he had the. He was holding on to the Winnie the Pooh. He was like, "Who these people?" I was like, "Yo, shit." I was like, "Yo, let's take this picture. Let's take these pictures." This is my cousin Chris right here, aka Vision. He was born 3 weeks after me, and we've been tight ever since. That's my ace right there. My ace boo coon. And this is his big sister, Trina.
Partners in crime.
Yeah, partners in crime. Alright, so back to what I was saying. Oh yeah, we talked about the hair. Not going to Turkey, not spending 10 grand. It's not worth that. I'll go bald before I ever do that. But yeah, stem cells. I hear it's like a couple $100 and you get your hair back. even if you've been like balding for a long time. So thank you for asking that, Faith. Serena says, oh, we got into some dangs on the school bus. Yes, we sure did. That little half seat had people. Summer Secret said that half seat had people fighting.
Oh shit.
Percolator. It's time for the...
That's what's his name? From Kiss.
Cashmere. The esoteric empire in the house. What's up, family? Good to see you. It's always a beautiful thing when you come in. Yes, Nala. Yes, Nala Bear. Oh, that's how I feel. Like if I was in your sneakers or your socks, I would have said the same thing. I would have been like, oh, that's whack. Cause it is whack. Nobody wants to hear that.
Nice cup, man.
Oh yeah, they sent it to me. That's why one of the trading groups that I'm in sent me that mug.
Really?
Yeah, feel free to use it whenever you want. I haven't even really been paying attention to them because my other trading group keeps me busy. Thank you, Faith, for saying you can't tell from here. But if you were standing right here, you could probably see it. And when I had the waves going and I was brushing it every day, it kind of like it's right here in the corona area. I was editing a vlog, the vlog that I got coming out, and in one scene I was tightening up the bed frame, and the camera got it perfect. You will not see that in the next vlog. Sorry, like I'm secure in myself, I'm confident, and I really don't like care that much about it, but I'm not about to be putting it like front center. I thought about actually putting it in the vlog and like making fun of myself, but I don't like being the butt of my own jokes. No self-depreciation jokes for me. Happy Feet said, use cold pressed castor oil on your hair and skin. I actually got to get some castor oil for this piriformis syndrome. When I'm walking in the morning, one of the ladies, one of the OGs who I see every day, she just came up to me the other day and started talking about castor oil and like using it to wrap, like putting it on something and wrapping it around on anything that's hurting you. And she said it will take the pain away or like help heal it, like draw out the toxins or whatever. So you right on time with that, Happy Feet. Marilyn Clayton said, I wonder if they read our thoughts too. I have read a study that it's not a perfect science, but they definitely can do it. Like they can at least measure your brain waves and take the brain waves and use them against the chart and kind of figure out what you are thinking. Yeah, so it's not safe anymore. Just we have anybody read 1984? One of the greatest books ever written. He was talking about the thought police. So that's the world that we're in these days.
Y'all don't believe aliens can read y'all thoughts?
Dad said we don't believe aliens can read our thoughts. I'm sure aliens can read our thoughts. Yeah, if they travel in star systems, I'm sure they could do whatever they want to do at this point. Everybody was saying, "Hey, Dad."
Damn near most of our technology
Comes from them. Dad is in the building with the conspiracies.
There ain't no conspiracy. Why you think they got all them motherfuckers out there in Area 51?
Oh man, you talk about Area 51 now. We about to get banned from YouTube. Mrs. Colgan, thank you for saying Aura is my twin. Yeah, she snatched my whole face. But y'all don't see Lumi? Y'all don't see Lumi? Right there? Huh? I feel like Lumi's also a little bit of my twin, even though she does look like her mama. There was a message held for review. Let's see what's going on with that. Oh, is a hat? I don't know why YouTube thought that was inappropriate, but Happy Feet said it's you about to get me up and percolate. Oh, there's another moderator. Okay, well, I don't. Yeah, I think I added somebody, made a moderator by accident, but they doing a good job. Thank you, moderator, whoever you are. Girl, I'll house you. Beautiful baby, yo. That's the second time you heard the quote in the past couple of days talking about the butterflies. So, see? There's something going on. We're all in a not we're all, but me personally is going through a transition. And maybe you are too. So that is the perfect quote. And if you're wondering what quote it is, let's read it one more time because it's that special. It is, the mark of your ignorance is the depth of your belief in injustice and tragedy. What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls a butterfly, by Richard Bach. Very cool, very cool, very cool quote. Chorus Novel, what's up? Scene. Get it, Mrs. Colger. Get it, girl. Turn the incline just a little bit up. Turn the incline one button up. What else I got for you all? Anything anybody want to address? Speak about? Speak on? Let me know. Let me know what it is. Do I have anything I want to speak about? Speak on? Miss Colger in the gym right now. And tuned in. All right, so just to keep the combo going, I was just talking about aging. I was talking about aging, and I just found this journal entry right here. I was also talking about it. It's on my mind because I'm getting old. But just like Happy Feet said, where's it at? She said, getting older is beautiful. Aging is beautiful. We get wiser. We don't got time for the BS, and we get finer. So adding on to that, piggybacking on to what Happy Feet was talking about. Hi, Mrs. Stewart. Welcome to the chat. Always good to see you. Appreciate you. So I journaled about how I'm trying to get to the beginning of it. I'm reading it backwards. Okay, so here's the beginning. I said, you ever catch yourself saying, I'm a lot older and not who I used to be? A lot of people let a realization like that limit their future. They lose their edge and scale back their ambitions and expectations to protect themselves. They get comfortable and quit putting themselves in uncomfortable environments and challenging situations. Much of that has to do with something called the age pass down. In America, we share this common misperception of how we should feel or where we should be based on a number, when sometimes the problem isn't chronological. Often, it isn't Father Time fucking us up. It's his brother, Uncle Fatigue. Nobody has ever walked Father Time down. That motherfucker is undefeated. But Uncle Fatigue, although being a heavyweight in his own right, we can still kick them right in the nuts by taking certain actions like taking our ass to bed or eating electric foods, hydration, and moving the body. And if you can outlast Uncle Fatigue, you can meet Papa Time and shoot the one for real on God. And I hope that serves somebody out there. Pinky Hooks, what's up, girl? Pinky Hook said, hey, everyone had to check it out once. I heard that house music. That's right. House music brought to us today by Mrs. Happy Feet. I believe Mrs. Clayton also donated. If it wasn't the last one before that, and I said that I couldn't bump the music last time because it was too late. So it might have been Smooth Savvy, who unfortunately is not here with us tonight yet. I don't think so. I haven't seen her check in. And it might have been somebody else. It might have been you, Mrs. Colger. I think it might have been Mrs. Colger too. All of those people have shown consideration in the past. And whenever you show consideration, you pay for a live. Which basically means I can play music. Because whenever I play music, I get hit with the copyright. And therefore I can't monetize the live. Which isn't really fun. And as of right now, I'm only making like a couple of dollars on each live. You know, as per AdSense. But if somebody comes in with anything, if you come in with a 5, 10, 15, 19.99, 20, whatever the case may be, you definitely paying for the next live. Or the live that we're on. I will turn up the music right away if we're able to do that. So yeah, there's that. I know everybody's vibing out where they at. Let me go find some good news for you all. Can I do it on this? No, I can't do it. I'm gonna go find some good news for y'all and share. I mean, some good news right now that I have off the top of my head is that we all woke up this morning. Can I get an amen? Yes, we did. And we're all sharing these last few moments together. These last 47 minutes together. I'm gonna let the live rock for like another 12 minutes. Maybe more. We'll see how deep the conversation. Somebody might say something that sparks up a real conversation that we need to have. Olubek, huh? I did eat once today. Remember when I made the sausage, the rice, and the... But I'm gonna eat again because I'm hungry. Marilyn put me to work. That rice was good though, right?
Yeah, it lit.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
I put the bouillon in there. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Separated nicely. You didn't over water it.
Yeah, nah. You know my portions is good. I'm a scientist with the portions.
It's good.
Robbie said, I just started reading 1984. That's what's up, Robbie. Thank you for that. It's probably not gonna change your life, but it might. It is one of those books that is capable of changing a life. And 1984 was written in like 1948 or something like that. Maybe the 50s. But it's supposed to be a novel. And I feel like it's a playbook for where the government has the world headed. Like when you read that book and when they talk about the screens, oh man, it's been a long time since I read it. But there's like everybody has TVs, and the screens will put out a message by something called the Ministry of Truth, and the Ministry of Truth was always lying. So the Ministry of Truth in that book is synonymous with the mainstream media today. They propagandize the people every day. And even as you know, like how the world works, if something happens today, they'll put it in the newspaper and everybody will read it. And the very next day, they'll try to gaslight you and tell you that what happened yesterday did not happen. And if you get caught saying to anybody, or maybe even thinking that, yo, there's a discrepancy from the news today and the news yesterday, you will get caught by the thought police. And they will kidnap you in the middle of the night. 1984 was one of the craziest books ever. Shout out to, I think it's Orwell is his last name. I can't remember his first name. But yeah, great author. My bad, I was trying to read Olubeyo's piece, my brother. Good to see you. You teach at summer school, fam? I thought you was a chemistry teacher at the high school. Oh, and you Boricua. That's what's up, fam. Good to see you, man. Good to have your energy here as always. Serena Rose. What was it like for you growing up in New York? I lived there for 5 years. I felt like people who grew up there are just different. I would have to agree with you. I've never been anywhere and met people who have a New York vibe. And it's crazy when you go out of state, some places that are not New York, you can almost instantly tell when somebody's from New York. Sometimes without them saying anything, it's just like the way they move. But then they'll hit you with the one phrase, like I was at the deli the other day, and it's just a store, it's a corner store down here.
2 minutes. I'll be right over in 2 minutes.
You be right?
That's New York.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
2 minutes? Oh yeah, because 2 minutes is just like the generic sense of time. Just give me 2 minutes. I feel like people say that everywhere maybe. But homie was asking me something in the corner store, and I said, say less. And he said, oh, you from New York? I was like, how you know? He was like, that because say less is a New York thing. So it's like we got our own lingo. But also, it's really a vibe, like the way we move. And all right, I'm gonna digress off of that. But I will talk about what Serena was saying was, what is it like for you growing up in New York? I often feel like I'm one of the most blessed people in the world. I feel like New York is almost the center of earth. Like anybody from anywhere in the world has heard of New York. Almost everybody has heard of New York, especially New York City, and a bunch of people want to go there. So when you're born and raised there, you kind of get that sense of entitlement, like that. It's not a superiority thing, but you definitely feel special in a way. So
Yeah, but you born in New York City.
yeah, I was born on Upper East Side. Or was it Midtown? St. Luke, Midtown, yeah, St. Luke's Hospital. So I'm a New Yorker through and through, and yeah, I feel like it's definitely different, and that's why New Yorkers move different. And I really want to talk about the difference I felt when I moved to Columbus, Georgia. It was a culture shock. Because if you're in New York and you look in somebody's face for more than two and a half seconds, you better know who they are. Because if you don't, you're gonna get the ice grill, you're gonna get the head, you're gonna get that, and then you might get the fuck is you looking at vibe, right? So New Yorkers know, don't stare at anybody for more than a second. Matter of fact, if you're looking at somebody and they're not looking at you, and then they catch you looking at them, you divert your eyes. Unless you know them or you want to go talk to them. Those are the only two excuses you have to be looking at somebody's faces in New York. Else it might be a problem. But in Columbus, Georgia, people often stare. People often wave at you. Strangers, complete strangers. You'll be driving down the road, and people will be coming the opposite direction, and they'll wave at you. That took me, I was like, where am I? Like, I like that, but also it's very strange to me that people are like that. And also, in New York, even though you don't stare at people, we always acknowledge people for the most part. Like when you're walking down the street, unless it's like you walking down like Fifth Avenue or somebody and there's hundreds of people, nobody says anything to each other. But like, let's say you walking down your block, if you don't know somebody, but it's just you and them, most likely y'all gonna say hi. Y'all gonna give each other at least a head bop or something like that. So when I came to Jacksonville and people don't do that, people down here look at you like you're a weirdo if you say hello to them. That was a culture shock for me. So New York gives you this sense of the way that things are here are the way that things are supposed to be. So when you go anywhere else in the world and they're not that way, it just feels like you feel like you're in a foreign country. So that's kind of like what it's like growing up in New York. You don't feel superior, but you definitely feel special. It gives you a sense of entitlement that you are living in the center of the world. And there's no other place like it. How many songs do you know that are just about New York? You know what I mean? Happy Feet got the Taino Boricua flag up. That's what's up. Actually, I'll probably say that it's more of a Boricua flag than a Taino flag. Tainos probably don't have a flag, or if they do, they're not using the colors of imperialist. So I'll just qualify that. Pinky, thank you for the $2, my love. Boo. Thank you for coming through. It's always appreciated. There is no amount that's too small. I think there's something called a super chat. I was reading up on it the other day. I was reading about it the other day, and there's called a super thanks and a super chat. So you don't necessarily have to like put bills on the board. You could put like a fraction of $1, and like you get like something that pops up on the screen that's special. George Orwell, thank you, Serena, appreciate that. I gotta catch up to y'all. Pinky Hooks. I think you're talking about Joey Powell. That's probably a song that was playing. Oh, you right, Olu. You right, fam. I'm from New York, so school starts in New York always on my birthday, September 9th. I'm in the South now, and I'm starting to see that kids go to school in August. I'm not really used to that yet, but you're right. School started in August. Olu Bayo. Fam, I got you. I'm gonna get it right. Thank you for correcting me. If I mispronounced it, just hit me with the correction again. Olu Bayo. Mrs. Koger says, in Dominican Republic, they call us, they call the U.S. New York, the whole United States is New York and DR. Nueva York? Oh man, shout out to DR too. Shout out to Haiti. Can't wait to get there one day. Pinky Hook says, right on. I keep telling people that down here in Texas, I grew up in Philly, the culture here is different. Yo, one thing I learned growing up, especially I think the first time I traveled out of the tri-state area, I went to Cali, and I fell in love with LA, fam. I fell in love with LA right away. I think I was in like 7th grade, and I picked up their lingo like that. And when I came back home to New York, and I was talking about car. Nah, hold up, let me say it. Core. You gotta get in the core, or some shit like that. When I was pronouncing my ARs like or. They were like, yo, stop talking like that, stop doing that. That sounds like disgusting, but I loved it. I love Cali lingo. But I say all that to say, it's amazing how in one country, in the United States, the dialect changes so much. Like even when you go to Baltimore and they have their own lingo. Like if you ever seen this this viral video where there's like, one homie was telling the other one, he was like, yo, say you're iron or not. On the iron ore or something like that, and dude couldn't say it like because their lingo is so different. So the lingo in Houston is crazy, the lingo at ATL is crazy, DMV area, Cali, it just changes so much. Like almost every state should be, it feels like a different country the way it switches up. So many Dominicanos moved to New York. Yo, not for nothing, Orlando, Florida is like a mini New York. There are so many people who made the migration from New York to Orlando. It's wild. It blows my mind. Like every 100 feet, there's a New Yorker. Faith, I'm happy you feel like New York feels freeing. It is definitely freeing until you get stuck in a rat race as an adult. Like if you're not making over, back in 2015, 80,000 was like the minimum you could be making. You should be making to live there. If you're not making 80,000, you are in the government assistance. Like, so that's one thing that made me kind of despise New York. Is it's way too expensive. The quality of living is way too low for people who make that amount of money. If you make 80 grand, you should be living pretty good. But in 80 grand will only pay for a shoebox in New York. And like rats, roaches, all of that. So that's what kind of made me fall out of love with New York. The traffic kind of makes you fall out of love with it. The way the government tries to extort you every single turn. You know what I mean? Like, I heard a couple of years ago that they're trying to charge people from going uptown to downtown in their car. I almost threw up when I heard that. Like, it just pisses me off how extortive the state government is in New York. It pisses me off. That's how it is in the Bay too. Yeah, I went to the Bay. What was it? A couple years ago. Yeah, V was just pregnant, and we went to.
Is that a better woman?
We went to a. Wasn't it's not a retreat, but it was like a 3-day event for psychedelics, and one big thing that they were doing in the Bay that tripped me out was they encourage you to leave all your windows open, because if you don't, supposedly people will like break the windows and steal everything that you had. And it was so common, like it was like the known thing to do. I didn't like that. I felt like it should never be like that. Like, fam, if I have to expect people to rob me, what I'm gonna do is leave. This is my inner hood New York speaking right now. If I know somebody's about to rob me, I'm going to wait for them so I can rob them. Like, that's what I would do. And then like you can't, there's no copping, no pleas, there's no hiding your hands, none of that. If you try to rob me and I catch you, fam, that would be the last thing you ever do. The last thing. So the Bay is crazy like that. And I'm not trying to talk crazy because I know LA, you know, Cali is real big with they pew pew culture. So it's like the wild, wild west in it. So I don't want no smoke from nobody out there. But at the same time, I'm not about to just leave my windows open because I'm scared that somebody gonna rob me. Like, Happy Feet said, I visited downtown in Wild one time, and oh my God, driving down there was insane. Yeah, like so many people die in traffic. I mean, for the most part, people respect the ambulance, but a lot of times the ambulance be behind you and there's literally nowhere to go. You can't pull over nowhere. So I feel for the EMT people out there. It's crazy. Police find their way through. I feel like people have less respect for police. They'll still let them through, but the ambulance people really try to go out their way to let the ambulance through. Katarina, what's up, girl? I hope lunch was good. Sorry I wasn't on the live while you was at lunch, but you still made it to this, so I appreciate it. I caught that comment earlier, friend. We lunch friends. I bet. Oh yeah, let me get this piece of good news that I want to get for y'all, and then I'm gonna start closing it out because your boy is hungry, and my dad just heat up some food, so now my mouth is salivating. Once again, thank you, Happy Feet. Thank you, Mrs. Clayton. Mrs. Colger. Everybody who put money on the wood today, I can't stress enough to you how much that means to me. Actually, now that I say that, I made up my mind today that since lives are the thing that I'm doing constantly, the vlogs are still gonna come out. Don't get it twisted. But they're the things that I'm doing constantly and consistently. I want to make them more entertaining. Therefore, the music. But also, I'm gonna get a mixer because I see people on TikTok do this all the time. They get like a soundboard mixer type of a thing, and you know, invest. I'm going to use the shmoneys that people have been showing consideration with the past, you know, week or so, and I'm going to reinvest in the channel by getting a mixer. So there's going to be sound effects. There's going to be more music. It's just going to be really, really entertaining. So thank you all for rocking with me and sticking with me. We only going up from here on an upward spiral, baby. Mrs. Colger said, in the DMV, you need about 180K to live a good life. Yo, facts. Facts. I'm not even surprised. Not even surprised. 180 is right where it's at. And that's sad, yo. That's so, cause where's minimum wage at right now? In the DMV. I bet you it ain't no $20 an hour. $20 an hour is $80,000 a year if you're working full time. So 180, that means you need to be making like $90 an hour working full time. It's crazy, fam. Who's doing that? Yeah, so that toll that they were trying to get people to pay to go downtown was to reduce cars, but fuck out of here, they raping people.
Is it working?
They did pass it. They passed it, and then people started taking the shit down. Like they started spray painting the cameras, or just breaking the cameras down, or just taking their license plates off, trying to cheat. So then they took them down, but I think they trying to put them back up. Olubeyo says, I just unloaded 50 shares of Sony and picked up 8 shares of Chipotle. Easy money. Yo! That is so wild right now because I just put Sony on my watch list like 3 nights ago. I'm trying to remember, why did I put it on my watch list? Oh, because I wanted to invest in Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll doesn't have a stock. Sony owns Crunchyroll, so if I want to invest in Crunchyroll, I have to buy stock in Sony. So it's crazy how you right here, right now, talking about you unloaded 50 shares of Sony because their price is up right now. They joint went like this. So that's a good move. Shout out to you for taking profit on that and buying 8 shares of Chipotle. We gotta build on the trading and the stocks, fam. More of that. Let's have more of those conversations. Thank you, Jesus, for the food. Facts. $16 an hour for most people is not cutting it. Yeah. Yeah. I actually thought about putting some trading, like, cause I've been so trading centered the past month or so that it almost made this vlog, but this vlog is already, it's got so much in it that I'm gonna save it for another one. But I've been I don't have a lot of money to invest, so I'm not killing it. But what I do invest, I always get returns. I haven't gone negative in years. Damn, you have Sony since they was 17 a share? My man. Does YouTube do like dual lives where I can like invite people to go live with me? I wonder, because Olubeyo, I know you are a good source of information. You probably could build on a bunch of things, so I would definitely be open to sharing the platform with you. We could talk about chemistry, we could talk about stocks, or whatever it is that you want to share, fam. And that goes for anybody in here too as well. Like, especially if I know you. Like if I see you come through frequently and you share, I will be more than happy to open the platform up to you and whatever it is that you want to talk about. This lady at my church became a millionaire overnight from the shares she purchased in 2020. I wonder if she bought Nvidia, because I think that's the only thing that's doing. And she probably she purchased a good amount of stocks to become a millionaire in just 5 years. Kels, thank you for coming through, Kels.
Yvonne, come on down. It's that time.
It's that time. Cuzzo, P Celestial, with Genzy. I see you, fam. Thank you for coming through. Can you share with too? I don't know what you mean, Cuzzo. But Cuzzo, I would love to. Everybody say what's up to Michael Miles. That's my cousin. One of the most smartest, intelligent, memorable people I've ever met in my life. One of the most influential people in my life. So I would love to share a lot with you, Cuzzo. You already know, like, wherever I go, you go.
All right, let's go.
All right, so dinner is ready. My pops is telling me let's go. Yeah, I sent that to you. All right, so no good news because we're gonna do that next time. Thank you, everybody, coming through. Let me just close it out with a prayer real quick.
Yep, good there.
So, to the one of us that is many, we all thank you for our presence, our being able to wake up today, our being able to share this community with each other on this platform we call YouTube. We wish each other prosperity, peace, progress, persuasion, health, wealth. Think of something else. Joy, happiness, peace, infinite abundance, and good sleep.
And love and respect.
Love and respect. Olu Bayo, not Bayo. Am I saying? I thought I said Bayo. I'm pretty sure I said Bayo. But you're right. I think I did say Bayo one time. I'm gonna get it right. Thank you for staying on top of me with it. Oh, you said share the hair grease. Yeah, love you all. Peace and love. Have a good one, y'all. See y'all in a couple of days. Only a couple more days till the next time you see me. Right? Because I work tomorrow and I got off the day off of that. And it'll probably be in the evening because I got to help my aunt move again. All right.